So now we have crossed over into the lease management portion, okay? The lease management portion. And this is after we have completed our move-in orientation, your resident has gotten all settled in. This portion is, okay, now what happens to actually manage that lease properly. And what we like to remind people of is the lease document is a legal binding agreement. So it is very important, and though a lot of landlords think that as a property manager we just collect rent, it's very important, especially through this phase with the lease management, to understand that there's a lot more to it than that. And because it is a very legal document, because it is a binding contract, it's very important to properly manage that in order to stay out of some funny situations, okay? So the first thing we're going to jump right into is the electronic portal. The electronic portal is very beneficial for you, and it's going to be your best friend, right? And I've had some landlords who say, you know what, I'm not very computer savvy. I don't like that thing. Okay, I don't want to use the electronic portal. Is there any other option? And to that, I would like to say no. Okay, yes and no. So do we still pick up the phone and call you all day, every day? I found that as opposed to sending 15 emails, a lot of times it's a lot easier. Pick up the phone, call, have a very clear conversation, and then to send a follow-up email and communication that documents kind of the purpose of that call, the goal, and the resulting kind of conclusion of it, okay? So we've always found picking up the phone to be very easy, and we do that all the time. The reason why the electronic portal for us is a non-negotiable is because with property management, your documentation and communication are the two biggest things ever. Okay, it doesn't matter how pretty everything is. It doesn't matter how fun you are. It doesn't matter, how personable you are. None of that really matters when it comes to property management and the lease management portion of things, because again, that's a binding legal contract. Okay, and we take it just that seriously. So when it comes to that, we have found that documentation and communication are the two biggest factors, okay? And what the electronic online portal allows us to do is really get that documentation and communication under control and funneled all into one thing. Okay, and so it doesn't matter if you don't open your online portal, not one time throughout the entire time that you use our services. It doesn't matter. The moment you open it, you are going to see those communications there. You are going to see the documentation there, because it is just that important for us, and it's that important to us, okay, and to you as a landlord. As I mentioned before, started to mention before in one of the previous videos, is that this electronic online portal was our saving grace. The one time I did have to go to court, it was a saving grace. Why? Because all of the documentation was there, all of the communication was there, and we were able to prevail. We were able to win the case against a resident, where otherwise it would have been he said, she said, these big guys are just trying to get over on me, where the case came back and it's like, absolutely not. Here's all the dates and times and how we had each one of these communications. What was the result in actually the resident's response as well. So all of that is kind of held in this electronic portal, or this kind of communication hub that we like to call it. All of that is housed in one place for you. So whether you open it all the time, you don't open it at all, whatever the case is, however often you want to use it, we do rely on that. Okay, so the benefits of the owner portal, you'll be able to see on there, helps you store documents, streamline that communication, track your maintenance requests. Maintenance management, one of the things that you'll find with maintenance management here, we actually allow you guys to direct pay those invoices. So for that, we just like to let you know, please make sure you confirm with us when that's paid in the amount, so we can keep everything documented in here for you. The bigger deal for that is at the end of the year, where we can provide you, by using this electronic portal, a year-end statement and a 1099. And that's very important, because now instead of having a mess of things in order to take to your CPA, now you can bundle all those things up and have a nice pretty 2 documents that you can send over to your CPA whenever they're going over your taxes and things of that nature. So it's very beneficial to you as well, but that's how we do that. And again, you can use it as little or as much as possible. You can also see an active real-time your account here with us. So what's coming up, you can see payments as they're pending. You can see when they have been settled in our account, those sort of things you can all view on your online electronic portal. And the beauty about that is that your resident has electronic portal as well. So we streamline all of that communication. It's all connected together, which is really cool. They can also see what's going on with maintenance items, if they've been approved, if they're on hold, those sort of things. They can all see with that electronic portal. So it's not a major item in as far as explanation goes, but it is a major item as far as its function and why it's very important, and it really just keeps you out of legal trouble. Okay, that's about the simplest way that we can put it. But if you guys have any questions or comments on that, again, feel free to let us know. We use it, but again, you use it, you can use it, or you may use it, you know, as much or as little as possible. Again, we do believe in picking up the phone. So I don't want you to think as a landlord, because we have this electronic portal, that it's not something where you won't hear live communication from us. So based on what you say you need or you want in your consultation, you know, we can rely on the electronic portal. We can call you, we can text you. Those are all options that we do have available as well. All right, so we'll see you soon.